Actually, I probably should check the audio beforehand. Yeah, the audio's there. Good. All right. Let's just tweak one other thing. There we go. Hello, welcome back, folks. Today we'll be doing another one. This deck for words from the mouth. Yeah. I shaved my head, and apparently all my brains fell out with my hair. Today we're doing another entry in this series, which is basically just making a historic Brawl deck for every single legendary creature in Streets of New Capenna. Today's card is Jinnie Fay, Jetmir's second. She's the second in command to Jetmir, which is one of the demon houses, which means her identity is going to be of one specific color, but she can also splash the other two. In her case, it's red-green, one green, and then green-white. She's a 3/3, so not super tough, but her effect is pretty neat. It's a replacement effect. Basically, whenever you would create a token, instead you can create that many green cat or tokens with haste, or 3/1 green dog tokens with vigilance. I tried a couple different decks with her before settling on the one that I'm going to be showing for today. I tried cat tribal, I tried cat and dog tribal, I tried just general token stuff, and what I ended up doing was making this list over here. It's basically just small creatures and token production, and then it has a few bigger bombs in the form of things like, let's just scroll down a little bit without murdering anybody's eyes, with like things like Phylith, March of the Multitudes, Ochre Jelly, but it's mostly all fairly cheap stuff. So effectively it's an aggro deck. In addition to that, it runs a fair number of every single one of these lands. You'll notice that, like most of these decks that I make, every single land in it, there's a bunch of special lands. Unlike most of the times when I make these decks, I didn't include any temples or any of the other lands that enter tapped or have a conditional tapped to enter, because since this deck is aggro, I'm trying to get everything into play as quickly as possible. I want to be hitting drops on turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. So let's just take this out. We'll give it a spin. So one thing that I do think is interesting about Jinnie Fay as a card that was not immediately obvious to me, but is very neat, is that her effect replaces any token creation, not just creature tokens. So that means that when you'd create a treasure token, you can use her to make cats and dogs. When you'd create a enchantment token, if that's the case, there's a few cards in the game that do that, you can create cats and dogs. It doesn't actually matter what token that you're replacing. Alright, here we go. First one's going to be Maywin the Nurturer, who, if I remember correctly, gets bigger with elves and taps for more elves. We don't have a 1-drop, we have a 2-drop, we have sort of a 3-drop. I don't have a way to draw many cards to make advantage off that. We could drop that on turn 4. We don't have the land to play Jinnie Fay on turn 3, so we're going to mulligan. I think this is better. We got all the right colors now. Alright. So, turn 1, Timber Crown into Swarm Shambler. Deck we're playing against is probably equally sort of an aggro deck, so our hope is going to be... Do I hold you for turn 3 or turn 2? Turn 3 is going to be... You draw your second card each turn. The Dev is tapped to do stuff, and you are... So you'd be neat as a replacement card, or I could just make a 2/2 white elf. Decisions. I'm going to go with this lady instead for right now, just because I think we're already going to hit our turn 3 in Jinnie Fay, and then we can Prosperous Innkeeper turn 4 and get an extra creature out of it. Is he going to have an elf out? Whiterun Vanquisher. Deal an elf card from your hand or pay 3. That's unfortunate for us. Pay 2 life. I don't have a good answer to that. Jinnie Fay, Jetmir's second. Let's create a dog. That's a very tribal heavy card. That's really nicely costed though. Run the Nurturer. Let's see. We need 1 more mana for Jetmir. So I think I know how we get that. Let's create neither of those. We're going to take the treasure token. Next to combat. I don't believe he'll actually want to block the dog. I thought right. Yep. Yep. This goes. One counter on you. Can we still punch through? We could use Tosmir, create a wolf, kill Ren's Run. The other two is a 1-1 and a 3-3. Do we have another choice? I wasn't sure if I was going to get a land this turn, which is why we picked the treasure token, because I don't see a good way to punch through. Let's get a wolf instead. Thorn. So whenever target spell or ability. So definitely not you. You just add a bunch of mana. You are preventing my entire assault. There's no point in swinging with anybody else yet. I don't think he actually will want to give up the Lana War Tribe. Yeah, but not the smoothest start. We'll see if we can salvage this out of it. Unless we get like one of the Cabaretti spells. Specifically, what I really need here is the thing that gives everyone +1/+1 in trample till end of turn. That's not good for me.
Together, we will prevail.
He's gonna have a lot of mana to buy with.
Behold, nature's true power.
Okay, but the good news is that because of how he just spent all that mana, he doesn't have a huge amount of blockers left. Okay. This is questionable for Bitcoin. He's got a lot of mana to hit me with next turn, but he doesn't have a lot of stuff to... I get one turn, right? So let's think about this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Power, toughness, XX. Number of cards in my hand is 2, 2. We're an aggro deck. Let's see where he puts the blocks, and then maybe we can confuse him a bit. So this would be down 1, up 1, up 1. It cancels out. Alright, so, does he have lethal? He has a lot of... Oh no, I thought this was the elf that gives everybody hero stuff. He has a stupid amount of cards, though, is what he has. And I don't have any trample, or any hard evasion. We haven't lost yet, but we're very close. That's still not enough to make us lose. If we get the 1/1 that gives everybody buffs, that audio is really loud. How is that looking? Oh, the levels look fine in the thing. No, I'll still tweak it down a little bit. Vanquisher's Banisher, Elf. Alright. Now... if he gets really... Okay. I think he's got 3 blockers, I've got 3 hitters. He doesn't have any life gain. I think we win off this. Cat. No, we don't win. 1 off. I can't count. Despite being a red deck, I have put 0 burn spells in this. So it is entirely possible that we just lose completely here on out, and are never able to do any damage again. 1, 2, 3, 8. He can honestly, let's see. So next turn he can get the emblem if he wants. After which point it's just game over. Do I have any? Do I have any outs left? None that I can think of. He would have to do something catastrophically stupid. How did I misblock that last turn? He had 7 life. I had 4. Oh, that's how. Not everything was a 2/2. Okay, that's how. Well, 1 off lethal. I think this does good. If nothing else, this gives a decent idea of what the game is sort of supposed to look like. Well, what the deck's supposed to look like, basically, when it does its thing. It just didn't do it hard enough, fast enough. It might have been a mistake. You know what probably cost me the game? And it was a risk I felt like I had to take, but maybe it was the wrong one. Was getting the treasure off getting this treasure off Prosperous Innkeeper instead of another 2/2. That might actually have been the deciding factor. I can't think of any feasible way out of this. Unless he decides to attack me with everything and I draw into the perfect card. Like, it's just not happening. Do I have any red? What else? Do I have anything else that would get me out of this? He's got more than enough blockers. I don't think I have any like hasted flyers. I don't think I have anything that gives flying. Like, I'll play out a couple turns, but I don't think I get more than 2 more turns. Because next turn he can just use Nissa's ult, get the emblem, after which point he has a billion more mana to work with. Even using the token replacement effect on that, that's not going to be enough. Well, we'll play it out. Since we're playing it out, I want the dog right here instead of another cat. I don't want to throw anything in because there's not much point to doing that. Why does Reliquary Tower have such a wide sound effect? He's stabilized though. I'm surprised he hasn't played Great Henge yet. That would probably be decent in this sort of deck, but maybe he just hasn't drawn it. Oh, he's gone through like half his deck though. I think I cursed myself with that.
If you set foot in my woods, expect a fun. Our magic bears fruit.
There's Vanquisher's Banisher. Bunch of good stuff for him. I mean, oh, there's 3 life. So maybe if he taps wrong and I top deck Phile. Nope. Nope, that's game. That is game regardless of whatever I do. Hate Crater Hoof Behemoth. Alright, we're going to do a couple more games with this. That was actually a pretty good showcase of how this deck is supposed to work. And then I'm probably going to end this stream and we'll see what else happens. I have enough gold to do a draft, but I might not do that now and I might not stream it now. We don't have a tier 1 drop. We do have You Who Has Protection from Blue. We have Teach Root drop. And we have the right colors. I'll keep. And it's Keza, Augur of Agronese, otherwise known as the deck that I can't build around properly, so let's see somebody else do it right. Temple Garden, enters tapped. Turn 2. I'd like to get out the Halo Fountain if possible. But let's go for the Forest right now. Let's do Ancestral. Oh, that was probably the wrong choice. That was definitely the wrong choice. But it does force some form of response, and it does let me play Sporeweb Weaver. Yep. Okay. I wonder if he's going to name Jinnie Fay Jetmir 2nd. I'm shocked, but not surprised. Halo Fountain is really good. Sporeweb Spider is also really good and annoying to him. I'm going to play the Halo Fountain now just because if he has counterspells, which I'm assuming he does, I'd rather that... He's in blue-black, right? He doesn't have a huge number of ways to actually deal with Halo Fountain without returning it to my hand first. No, he's also using blue-black-white. He has an artifact and enchantment removal. But we'll have to see how much of a gimmick he's running off with here. So they made this guy, they did a set of cards themed around Dracula. They made that guy into, what is his name? The lawyer from Dracula. And it's one of those things that just, like, it just sort of mildly disappoints me. Not in a big way, but... Alright, let's see if he counterspells this. I would not be surprised if he's going to. Probably Essence Capture? No, it's going to Resolve. Guess there's no reason to spend that mana until he actually threatens Halo Fountain. He's probably just going to tap Jacob and... No, he's not. I thought Jacob entered last turn. What is this? Whenever a creature casts their first non-creature spell. I have some bad news for you, buddy. Do we take the bait, or do we just keep up aggro? We have the land to actually use this kind of effectively. I think we just keep up aggro. If you're not going to counterspell me, I'm just going to keep playing cards. Like, you can hold your counterspells for Jinnie Fay as long as you want. I don't have to play her. There we go. Alright. There's some removal out of the way. Next to combat. Okay. I am incredibly fine with this. What? Dealt damage. Oh, I see. Clever. Good trick. He doesn't want to give up either of his... Whatever. Is he going to start using Jacob yet? You don't have lands, buddy. Tap that man. Alright, so that was decent showing on our side in terms, again, of what the deck's supposed to do. Pretty bad showing, like, in terms of actually being a good game, that was not one. He just got mana screwed. Like, there's no way to call that, like, oh, I'll be like, oh yeah, I beat this guy in only 3 turns. Can't stand up to Jinnie Fay. Because if you don't draw any lands, there's really little that you can do in this game. Alright. Let's see. What else should I do today after I finish this video? We'll do... Let's see, I'm aiming for this to be around 40 minutes max. We have turn 1 drops, we have no turn 2, we have no turn 3, we have no land base. That's better. We'll keep this. He's in blue. This is going to be a little dicey. That actually might be a good card in this deck. Maybe I should add that. Actually, this is an instant speed. Next. End turn. So we actually want Jukin to defend the temple into Maja on turn 3, I think. Oh, we don't have red though. Yeah, Jukin defends the temple. Now, what's he gonna do? Is he gonna? Nope, he's just gonna do that. I wonder why Inquisitive Puppet. I guess it's just good utility, but I did not put that in my. Is this some form of weird tribal? Okay. No, it's just constant attackers. 1, 2. He's doing something clever. I just don't know what it is, and that concerns me. Downside is that this person draws aggro like no other. Is he just gonna go in with everybody? Alright, who's he gonna have connive? 1, 2, 3, 4. He's just gonna look. So if I was him, what would I do? I would be digging for a board wipe to reset the state of things. Which is probably the right choice. Yeah, and I feel like I'd missed my opportunity with drill bits, so there's no reason to not just block the puppets. Maybe. We're gonna have that enter tapped. I will pay. I'll pay 1. Okay. Now I'll play this. He has access to the counter spells for it, but we have access to Blessed Defiance now. If we really want it. And we're just gonna hammer again. We're gonna see what he does. Is he gonna turn Guardian Idol into a creature? Yes, he is. Okay, good. This could be our big chance to punch through. How's he gonna block this? Okay. Done. 1, 2, 3. And he can play Rafine again, but it will not be super fantastic for him. We don't have anything to pay, so. Next turn, we can put in Taurens, and hopefully this will be enough to just sort of shred him down. Yeah, he's... Oh, no, did he already fetch the board wipe? He didn't. Okay. He's still looking for it. I was like, why is he putting in Godless? I guess he's just trying to conserve life, and he doesn't have any other plays in the 2-drop slot. Alright. That was a slightly better game, closer to how we sort of want things to go. I wonder if I should add Inquisitive Puppet to this deck. That might not be terrible in this deck, honestly, just because you can play it in all colors and it's a trigger ability. to do the replacement, and it also does a scry. I don't know what I'd replace immediately, but how are we doing? Let's do. All right, so we've got 1 loss, 2 wins, of which 1 was legitimate and 1 was not really. Let's do. We've been live for 25 minutes. I'll do 2 more games to show this off, I think. We'll see. 1 or 2 more games. If the next game, this deck doesn't really do long games. Now that is a username that makes me think you're a bot. We have a 1-drop. We have a 2-drop. Opponent is going first. We have a 3-drop. Keep 7. All right. Domo arigato. I have a Kato. No, that was still the right play, but alright. Plains or Sunset Revelry. More life than you, gain 4 life. More cards in hand, you draw a card. Do we want to play that now? I don't want to do anything that involves giving up aggro. He has how many cards in hand? 6? I think the right choice is actually to play this person instead. And then play Jinnie Fay on turn 3, and then Sunset Revelry or something else later. Yep. Destroy target creature opponent controls, yep. Okay. He's going to make me discard a card. What do I not want to give up? Choose a non-creature, non-land card. He's going to make me get rid of either Cabaret Charm or Sunset Revelry. We're just going to keep going on the offensive. It'll probably be Cabaret Charm. Unfortunately for us. Sunset Revelry would be nice, but we can't get much out of it right now. And he's got enough time to set up Tegrid in 2 turns because he's on the draw. We're a little hosed. Okay, so he's going to get out Tegrid next turn. You choose a non-land, non-creature. Okay. How do we want to do this? Come on, give me a 3-drop. You're not a 3-drop. Maybe Inquisitive Puppet as a replacement for Crash Through would be decent. That card does have a purpose, though. Let's see. So the real question is, can he make me discard Violet? Because if he makes me discard Violet, that's game. I could get 2 3/1 dogs. I think...
You want to fight me and my pack? There are no lone wolves here.
I think that's the right choice. I can't go for face. If I go with the cat... No, no attacks. Now... Yep, that's game. Yeah, I can't do anything about Philia. That would have been really good otherwise. Well, I don't have any lands, so...
Follow the enemy's scent. They're close.
There's no point in attacking. We're pretty hosed. Well, he played it right. Maybe I should have just held more land. I don't know, his deck's going to be mostly like removing... The bright side to this... No, the problem is he's got so much board state at this point that it basically does not matter what I do. Well, I certainly don't have to let Midnight Reaper stay alive, though. If you swing with that, it is absolutely dying. Actually, let's do that. Yes, I will go put it back in the man zone. Yeah, the fact that he's yoinked that means that I'm a little hosed. Wait, why can... Oh! Okay, maybe this isn't 100% over yet. We'll play it out. It's not great. I don't really want to give him the cat. But I don't want to give up more board presence than I have to when I'm already kind of down. So you can have the cat, and I will have problems. Do we have anything higher than Phylith as in this deck? I don't think so. Haha! It's not a creature, so you don't get to put it onto the battlefield. Ugh. We're a little hosed. I don't know what cards you feel like you still need to win this game. You can have Massacre Worm, because I'm not making it any easier for you to play Sheladrod. Is there a point to playing this out? Next turn he'll play Massacre Worm, I'll lose 8 life, he'll swing with everything else, that's probably lethal. We will play it out of politeness and 0 other reasons. Actually, let's... no, actually. An attempt was made! I don't think that was somebody knocking on my door. Alright, let's do one more game. See if we can get one more win and at least make this whole thing even. We'll see how it goes. I won't lie, that was a bit demoralizing. We almost had it, but you know, it's Tegrid. I can't be like, oh, you top decked that exact card. No. Like, there's a billion black 3-drops that make you discard 2 cards. They're what you play in a Tegrid deck, right? That's not luck. That's how you build that deck. I guess the thing I could have done differently is maybe not played 1 card, kept 2, and hoped that he wasn't going to hit it. Free mulligan. This is gonna be kind of bad, but let's play it out. There's a weird, like, not quite supported archetype in that set. Let's see, next and turn of like self-mill, and it was almost there with like Rutstein and Crawling Infestation and stuff like that, but it wasn't quite all the way there. It was kind of neat though. I think I'm playing Jewel Thief in this deck. One or more creature cards that put to your graveyard from anywhere. Yeah, let's get this out. I'm not running into that. What do you do? Mill a card. If land's milled this way, create a treasure. If a creature, create an insect. Otherwise, create a blood token. Blood tokens are the most useless things. Hey, what if you paid 1 mana to draw and discard a card? We don't have access to Tosmir yet. 1, 2. Wow, those would have been both really good. Well, whatever. I picked a mill. I suffer the consequences. We have access to Ochre Jelly. Let's pull out Jinnie Fay so we can work with. Next. No attacks to the turn. I wonder how this works with her replacement effect. I'm actually really curious about that. Tosmir would be fun to pick off the Jewel Thief and then start punching. Search your battlefield for a land. Okay, so I think this is probably Reanimator. I could be wrong. But my first read on this deck is this looks like it's Reanimator. I am not... You got Vigilance. Do I need... No, there's... I can take 3. Take action. Neither are what I was hoping to mill there. Blessed Defiance is +1/+1, but no lifelink. I'm still 1 off that. I could pick off Jewel Thief and then go on the offensive. You'd have to commit both. He probably would commit both. I could also just... this lady. Or I could just do Ochre Jelly. This is not First Strike or Lifelink. Here's what we're gonna do. Ochre Jelly will give me 2/2. Ochre Jelly will come in as a 4/4. Next to combat, right? 1, 2, 3. Let's see what he does. Vigilance, let's get the dog. He's got a fair amount of land. Creature control get -2/-2 until end of turn. He will blow up some of my shit, that's for sure. Is he gonna do it? Unearth is, it comes in with haste, but then you exile it. Then all creatures get... Oh, interesting. Yes, I will. Why did that... Beginning of the next step. A lot of not hitting the things I would like to be milling. Well, we'll have access to Convoke next turn. We could also just do... Like, he has a Reanimator deck, but he doesn't... I can't tell how powerful it is yet, because he hasn't thrown anything disgusting into the graveyard yet. Okay. Okay, let's do this. We're gonna hope that we can last one more turn. Because we'll have a hell of a combo if we can. If he just lets me keep my board state for one more turn, we can Philiath into March of Multitudes. And hit him quite hard in the face. I'm not going to go for no blocks. Probably should have blocked there. As long as he doesn't have a board wipe or he chooses not to unearth right now. Man, that would not be the smart way to do it though. If he was going to unearth that, he probably should have done that his turn. Okay, cool. Get Rog Monster. Bad for us, but makes sense that it's you may play a land. So he's probably looking for. Otherwise, each player sacrifices a creature. Who do I want to give up? I guess Ochre Jelly. Okay. Let's get this party on the road. Let's think about this carefully for just a second. I want the cat with haste, right? So that I can do this. Do this. And then 1, 2, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 and 8 is 13, minus 3 is 10. This might be a bad idea, but it will be very funny. Damage coming at you, buddy. Three off lethal. Please don't have a board wipe. Because if he does, I have no more cards left to play. What? Buddy! Did he mean to... He's just gonna go for lethal? He has it, I guess. Yeah, he does. Alright, well, that's probably the last game we'll do today. That was... Almost won that last one by 3. Maybe I should have just thrown... Did I miss damage there? I might have missed damage there. In either case, that's going to be the last game for today. Thanks for stopping by watching this. Feel free to like and subscribe. I'm doing these decks for every single one of these cards in New Capenna. So if there's a card you'd like me to see me do a deck for, please just leave a comment. Also let me know if my mic sounds okay and stuff like that. But thanks for stopping by. I'm just going to finish the stream here. And hopefully I will see you on the next video. All right.